As shown in the video narrated by Webb Elementary student Michael Briones, Fabian Middle School was selected as the state middle school full honor orchestra, and they'll be performing in February at the TMEA State Conference along with Edens Elementary Choir. So let's hear it for Fabian and Edens. In addition, Boyd High School String Orchestra will be performing at the Midwest Band and Orchestra Conference in December in Chicago. And guys, my wife is a former band person. This is a big deal, guys. This is a big deal. Boyd Orchestra was one of only 3 high school orchestras selected to perform across the entire nation. So that is fantastic. We should be proud of what our students have done. However, just as Jaime Escalante said in the movie Stand and Deliver, we can do more. Our administrators this summer had the opportunity of spending a couple of days with Yang Zhao. And many of you probably do not know who Yang Zhao is. He's a professor at the University of Oregon, but that's not what's significant. What's significant is he came from a family of peasant farmers in China. Lived in a small rural farming village in China, and he knew he would fail as a peasant farmer. So he found a way to get educated, make something of himself, and he wound up here in the University of Oregon. He wrote a book titled Catching Up or Leading the Way. It contends that the United States is headed in the wrong direction with high-stakes accountability testing. He said that China has been doing high-stakes testing for over 100 years, and they're really good at it. But how many patents has China had over the years? How many patents have they gotten? Very, very few. Nobody has more patents than the United States. They're now trying to become more like us, and unfortunately, through our legislators across this country, and including federal government and state government, we're trying to become more like them. Leadership, creativity, and the can-do spirit are stifled by high-stakes testing. It's been proven, there have been research that's shown that the countries that excel in high-stakes testing, that really do good with those national exams, are the ones that are the least as far as entrepreneurship. They do not produce the same products. They don't create things. They're not creative. So I just want us to do something here. And Yang Zhao's concerned that we may be going too far. We've been doing this too many years now. And he's afraid we've drunken the Kool-Aid as far as high-stakes testing goes, and that we think it's necessary for educational success. But I want us to do something. I would like for those of you that graduated from high school before 1980 to please stand. And stay standing, okay? Stay standing, okay? Don't sit down. Don't sit down. Okay. Guess what? Oh, keep standing. Keep standing. You got to keep on. I know some of you, it's hard to stay standing that long. It is for me. But we got to do it, okay? We got to do it. Hang with me here. Hang with me. All right. Guys, how did we get to where we are? We didn't have an accountability system. How did we learn anything? Our teachers, what in the world? How did we succeed? I don't know how. We didn't have a testing system. My gosh, it's a miracle. We did it. Y'all can sit down. Thank you. Guys, I did not get into this business to make sure that kids do well on tests. I'm sorry, that's not what motivates me. What motivates me is preparing our students to be successful when they get out of school, to make sure they stay out of their parents' basement. You know, We need to focus on what our passion is and why we do what we do. And that is to educate kids, to make them to be the best they can possibly be, for them to discover what their dreams and aspirations are, for them to understand what their strengths are, for help them understand how to get along with others, how to become socially responsible citizens in this world. That is what we're about, not doing well on tests. And one way that we can create confident learners and help students discover their dreams and aspirations is through project-based learning. And Glen Oaks Elementary has been modeling that this year, have been piloting it. And those of you from Glen Oaks, please stand. Let's recognize your work. And we have a video that shows the importance of student ownership of work, and we'll show that at this time.
PBL stands for Project-Based Learning because we do a lot of projects and we learn through those projects, and it's pretty much based on the projects so we can learn.
PBL in my room is what I like to call organized, free-for-all academic success. That's where the kids get to completely just open up their minds, open up out of the box, go for it.
We're going to make a garden, but right now, outside of the school, so we can attract the butterflies. And we have to research what plants and flowers to plant and what not to plant. But some flowers and plants are poisonous to butterflies.
Like the Venus flytraps, they like going to them, but the Venus flytraps actually eat them, so we don't want to plant those.
Because they like going to them because they have sweet, juicy nectar inside of them. But once they go inside, it senses the animal and it snaps them and it eats them. But it doesn't really eat the animal, it sucks its blood.
We're growing which flowers to plant in the garden and which not to plant. And yesterday we did the life cycle of a butterfly. The egg, larva or caterpillar, the chrysalis, and the butterfly. And then butterfly.
We have been amazed at how our kindergartners this year versus our kindergartners last year can problem solve, work in groups, get things done, think critically. It's just been an amazing thing to see last year versus this year with that engaged model in place.
When baby pandas are born, their skin is pink. Funny facts. Pandas have different names like white leopard, bamboo bear, white fox, beast of prey, white bear cat, and banded bear.
And I really think that it's cool to see them mock me as a little teacher, and I'll see some of my students walking around with their hands behind their back. Okay, make sure that you copy that project requirement down. It's really nice to see them in that type of a model, and just to see, like I said, that they're in charge of their own learning.
Well, PBL is really fun because you get to teach yourself what you get to do. You don't have a teacher teaching you, which is more fun for me because I like to do stuff on my own. In second grade, we didn't have PBL yet, so we just wrote down some stuff we didn't have fun, creative ways to do it because PBL wasn't here. And ever since PBL came, then we were able to come up with exciting ideas for it.
I think that it does so much more than just teaching the subject matter. I think she's also learned to work with groups, work well in groups. She's learning how to interact with kids that maybe don't have the same thought process as her.
Because Dad has a habit of asking, what did you learn today? And we used to get nothing, a lot more, and now we get not only what he learned, but how he learned it. He loves to talk about whether he was the leader or what his role was and how they worked through whatever they were learning.
It's been exciting as a mom to see her come home so excited about what the next project is going to be, and getting her DIYs done and working with the group and then the end results. She's really enjoyed it.
I really love it though, it's fun. I mean, I would love to try it in whatever way, shape, or form with other subjects, and I know it's leading that way, and I think that the kids will just totally benefit from it.
The kids, they thirst for this. And when a kid thirsts for academics, that's half the battle right there. They want it, when's PBL? What are we doing? They're very excited. So it's a wonderful time in my classroom. I look forward to it, but the most important is the kids are fostering their own academic independence. They're breaking away from me. I'm still there, but they're breaking away from me, and they're on their own. They're taking the ball, and they're running with it. I'm very, very proud of them of what they've done.
Thank you again, Glen Oaks Elementary, for taking this on, and as you know, we're expanding this to multiple campuses this year. At this time, I'd like to introduce a couple of people to you that really exemplify what we look for in our teachers here in McKinney ISD. I'd like to have Stephen Biles from Boyd High School, and I think Boyd High School is up there. Stephen, stay standing, stay standing. Okay. Stephen is an astronomy teacher at Boyd High School, and he does amazing work with the students at Boyd. So let's give Stephen a round of applause. He's our secondary teacher of the year. Also, I'd like to recognize Sarah Kingsolver, the art teacher at Finch Elementary. Okay. Sarah, if you would please stand. Stay standing. Okay. Sarah is not only, keep standing, okay. Sarah is not only our elementary teacher of the year, but also a couple of days we found out that she was awarded the honor of being the Region 10 Elementary Teacher of the Year. Sarah will go on and compete at the state level. And who knows, we may have another National Teacher of the Year, just like we did, well, not national, but another State Teacher of the Year, like we did with Karen Mormon a few years ago at Webb Elementary. But also, we've had more Teachers of the Year recognized at Region 10 than any other school district in Region 10. That's quite an accomplishment, guys. But I don't think, I think what we need to do now, though, is have you learn a little bit more about problem-based learning. And we are honored to have someone today. We did a book study here just last year, Ethics of Leadership. And we are fortunate enough to have Ron Burgundy become our keynote speaker. Our goal for bringing Ron here today was to expand on our theme of students being leaders of their own learning. Ron serves as the Chief Academic Officer at Expeditionary Learning. He authored an Ethic of Excellence book, Building a Culture of Craftsmanship by Students, and he recently released Leaders of Their Own Learning, Transforming Schools Through Student-Engaged Assessment.
Thank you, JD. It's a thrill to be here today. And might I add, it's quite a lovely intro, compelling and rich.
Well, you know, we're really excited to have you here, but if you wait just a minute, I'll cue you whenever I'd like for you to come on board. Okay?
Oh, sorry. I don't know quite how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Well, of course you're a big deal. That's why we asked you to come here. I mean, but if you wait just a second, I'd like to tell the audience a little bit more about you and why we wanted to have you come.
People know me.
Yeah.
This coffee's good.
I think there's been a little mistake here, Ron Burgundy. I think there's been a little mistake. I mean, we had asked, I don't know what Cody was thinking. I mean,
Look,
we were, Ron Burger is supposed to be our speaker, not
Okay,
Ron Burgundy.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany. I'm good friends with Joe Maniscalco. He comes over on occasion. He and I have been hanging out for 12 years, and in no way is that depressing.
Oh
Look at
my
that.
gosh.
Can we get that back up there?
Oh my
Joe,
gosh.
Look at that. Drink it in. Joe Maniscalco. That man would make Frank Sinatra look like a hobo.
Ooh, what's that smell? Ugh.
Well, what are you talking about? That's my new cologne.
Yeah.
It's called Wild Lion. It's from Odeon.
Ugh.
It's quite pungent.
Yes, it is quite pungent. Ugh.
Stings the nostrils in a good way. You know, it's made with bits of real lion, so you know it's good. I know how much you guys love your data. Well, 60% of the time, this stuff works every time.
60% of the time, every time. Okay,
That is a scientific fact.
Huh, okay. Well, you know, where did you get that stuff? It's really, really...
Well, as a matter of fact,
potent.
I have a supplier over at McKinney High
School. Logan? Why? You got to be kidding me. Dr. Ferris? I mean...
Oh, he's terrific. The man knows his sense.
Oh, you know, Ron Burgundy, I really do. I'm sorry you came all the way from Hollywood, but really, you're not the one we have here to speak. We're supposed to have Ron Burger, so if
What
you
is
don't
this,
mind...
amateur hour? You've got Ron Burgundy up here. I'm a man that discovered the wheel, made the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn. Ron Burger?
Yeah, but what do you know about having students be responsible for their learning? I mean, what do you know about problem-based learning and all that?
All I know is that I'm going to do what God put Ron Burgundy on this earth to do, and that's read the McKinney ISD News and have salon-quality hair. Speaking of salon-quality hair,
Yeah.
Hey, can we go back? Rick McDaniel.
Go back to the
Go
football
back to Rick.
player. Thinks he's a stud. Go back to the guy that thinks he's a stud. Go back.
Rick,
okay.
where are you?
Rick, stand up. Rick, stand up. Stand up.
Rick McDaniel, you're a Hall of Famer in Ron Burgundy's book.
For his hair? Is that why he's a Hall of Famer?
Just a Hall of Famer in general.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we do appreciate you gracing our presence here, Ron Burgundy. But I do need to get on and introduce our real speaker here today.
Wait, I just have one more thing to say. I'm going to put this out there. If you like it, you can keep it. If you don't, send it right back.
All right, I probably will.
You stay classy, McKinney ISD.
All right, yeah, stay classy. Stay classy.
Have a great year.
Ron Burgundy, come back out here. Come back out here, Mr. Burgundy. Come on, come back out. Ron Burgundy, come on. That was truly, as you know, Wes Watson, our head basketball coach at McKinney High School. Let's give Wes a round of applause.